Okay, so in order to deploy our app, we need first to have we have to register on Railway, which actually gives you ability to deploy. So for the free tier version, you can deploy only one project with one database. And of course, there is a plans which gives you other pricing. So you can see here, there is a free version, $0 per month, and it will actually give you trial for 30 days to have some advanced, but then you can downgrade it to a basic project. So I can deploy it now. So for that reason, you need to have your GitHub account connected. And yeah, let's so you have your GitHub. If you have created your account here, you can actually log out, but then you need to connect your account here. And then after that, you can deploy a new project. So for that reason, you have to configure your GitHub app. So before we did that, so you see, I need to create a repository. So inside of your application, probably you already have your Git created. So we already have local repository created, and if I want to commit some changes, I need to first create a repository. So let's say if I need share the project on GitHub, yeah, it will say hello world GitHub. So in order to get this menu, you have to double press Shift. I'm not sure how it works on the Mac, yeah, but on the Windows it double Shift. And we are sharing our repository on GitHub, and we need initial commit. Yeah, so we have successfully shared our project on GitHub, you see. So we already have our file there. So to check that, we go to our source file and let's see. Not this one. Yeah, but I don't see our page here. Probably we have to commit some changes. Yeah, so we have to do commit anyway. Yeah, and actually we need to push it. Yeah, we did not push it. Push. After we have done pushing, we should see the changes here. Yeah, now we have changes. You see this return. So now we have this web page. And after that, let's go to our Railway, and I want to configure my web application. And Yeah, probably I need to delete this project first. Yeah, because I have created the previous project, I need to delete it absolutely, and I have to create a new one. So let's create a new project with new GitHub repository. Where we have to reconfigure our yeah, so we have to install Railway app. So we can give permission to all repositories or specific repository here. So I'll give access to all repositories, and it will be given for some time. So I'm updating the access. So that's how two applications can communicate now. So let's update it. And now I'll be able to see all the apps. So now I will want to deploy the Hello World app. You see, now it's trying to deploy my project. If I want to see how it works, so in details, it will try initialize it, build the image, and if we will see some error, then we will see what caused the errors. So basically, sometimes it can initialize, but fail to build. And when we will see the reason why the build failed, we can see the logs here. And everything actually can be fixed. So the building usually takes 1 or 2 minutes, so we'll have to wait for that. But basically, this is how it works. So it automatically will pick the environment for our app. Knowing we're deploying Java app, it will prepare everything for Java. Okay, so now we have some error. And we need to see the build logs. Yeah, try to download the Gradle. Yeah, so what do we do here? Yeah, basically we can read through these logs, but our task is not to do DevOps engineering here. Our task to develop web applications. That's why what we do here is just copy this plain text from this one, copy logs as plain text, and we ask, we can ask Claude, for instance. Why Claude? Because Claude is more closer to developers. So we have the prompt and we have the logs. Let's see what will the float say to us. Your project requires Java 25, but the build environment only has Java 21 instead. I see. So it suggests to we can create an environment. So to create environment here, we go to the variables here and we can create environment. So we say new variable and let's say Nix. So we copy this one and we are saying it should be 25. Yeah, let's see if we can redeploy that. So attempt number 2, we're trying to initialize. Let's see what it will lead to. So we added variable called nixpack GDK version with the parameter 25. If it will work, then it's great. If not, then we'll have to downgrade our GDK to 21, version 21. Yeah, probably we'll have to, I'll have to record this one. Maybe, maybe not. Because your local environment, local configuration maybe not meet the configuration that the server has. Do you understand this one? Yeah, so assume you have version of Windows 11, but your server works on the Windows 7. So not everything will work there. Yeah, again, we have the same error. Yeah, this one didn't work. Maybe because of this. But I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, let's then try to downgrade it here on our PC. So to downgrade that, probably we'll need to go to our Gradle build and say it should be 21. Also, we need to say JDK. We'll have to download a new JDK. We'll need to work with version 21. Yeah, I don't want to use the Microsoft, but yeah, okay, let's use Microsoft JDK. Oh, is there any other open JDKs though? IBM, Oracle. Okay, let's use Microsoft JDK. So now our task is to download and downgrade our project to version Java 21. Why? Because our Railway server works on the version 21, not 25, as we thought. And when we'll do that, if it works locally, we'll try to update it and push it to the server. Okay, now it seems to be working. Let's try to update our Gradle. So to upgrade it, we need to rerun the Gradle project. So I have to reindex in terms of using JDK 21, not 25. So if this one works, it will again index, and hopefully our project won't crash. Okay, seems like it's fine. Let's try to run our project again. Test it locally. If everything is fine, then we'll commit the changes and see maybe it will fix the problem on the server. Or we'll have another issue there. Yeah, so now we have, you see, okay, let's allow that. Publisher Microsoft, OpenJDK. Yeah, we're allowing it because it needs access to network, yeah? So let's see, localhost 8080, nah, yeah, it works. So now our task is to commit the changes. So we have only one change in Gradle, so we can say downgrade the JDK to 21 for Railway, commit and push. Yeah, push. If you will push this one and the commit will go, yeah, it goes, the Railway will immediately, so you see Railway immediately started queuing the project. So it's immediately understood that there was a new update on your GitHub. It immediately started deploying. So this is called continuous integration and continuous development, CI/CD. So this is how the most enterprise companies work, and even small companies work like this. So when you did the changes to the main branch, it automatically deployed to the server. If you deploy it to the test branch, it deployed to the test server. So there is a test and the main server where you can test the features. So let's see if this one helps. If not, yeah, we'll continue analyzing the logs, what was wrong there, because if we'll find out what was wrong for this build, yeah, usually it takes around 1 minute to build. Actually, it depends on the size of the project. Since we have a small project, it takes not much. So actually 1 minute is not much. Yeah, we got a build. So let's see if it will, so we have successful build. And we'll have this successful deploy. Let's see. Yeah, we have deploy. Yeah, everything is successful now. Oh, crashed. Why? Okay, let's try to restart it. Why it's crashed? Okay, let's see the logs. So what causes the crash now? Okay, cannot access build libs jar. Okay, let's again copy this and paste it to the help. Good news, okay. But now there is a runtime error. It happened because Railfire default start command is looking for jar the wrong location pattern. Add custom start command recommended. So we can create a proc file like this. Yeah, so we need to create a proc file, guys. So let's try to create a proc file on the root. I'm not sure what is the root. Probably this is the root. Let's create a file, new file. It should be a proc file with no extension. So it's just before, not txt, not Java, not class, just proc file with a capital P. And we just copy this one to the file. So it says to the server which file you have to run after it builds it. So we are saving it, and that's it. So we need to also commit these changes. Say rock file for railway added. Committed push. So after doing that, this one will again queue again. So it will start the queuing. You see, there is a new update on GitHub. That's why it will try to work with it. So initialization, building, deploying, and hopefully it will run. Even running this simple project is not easy, as you can see, hello world. But when you will configure everything properly, you'll just need to update your project locally, commit it, and it will update it on the cloud. So the first step is very important, how we will configure that. And I'm also showing you how you can actually fight the mistakes. Yeah, build, done, deployment, and post-deployment will be done soon. And hopefully it will not crash. So 1 minute, 20 seconds for deploying is not very long time. Usually it might take more than that. Yeah, because we're using free server, it's not very fast. So it is online. Not crashed it yet. Yeah, it crashed. Let's see what happens again. Yeah, I guess we have another bunch of errors. Let's send it back. So I have created proc file with config you suggested, but it crashes again with a new error log. Why? Okay. Yeah, so it suggests to update the proc file. This one or this one. So I will I'll pick more specific one, this one. Okay, let's try this one. So again, we'll have to wait. So now we're doing update log file. Push and wait again. Hopefully finally we'll find the ideal formula, so you'll not have to face these changes. But yeah, this is how it works at the beginning. You more fight with the configuration rather than with the code and algorithm. So if you know how to deploy your projects, you can actually create your MVPs. Do you know what is MVP? Have you heard about MVP? Yeah. Most valuable player, yeah. It's the first MVP or gold, greatest of all the time. Yeah, MVP is most valuable player, but in terms of business and IT, MVP means minimum viable. Viable means alive. Something which is alive. Project. Minimum viable project. It's something which is alive and it's minimal. And it's your project. So when you deploy to the server, it means minimum viable project. And if you participate in the hackathons or you do your startup, you can show this to the jury, to the investors, to anyone, right? Not on your PC. You just say, oh, here's my project. Look, it works. I can prove it, or I can do something. Here's AI. Okay, probably it works, right? Maybe it works. So now I see there is no crash, but how can we see the website, right? So our goal to see the website. And to see the website, we need to go to settings and press generate domain. So we need to generate domain to see our site. Yeah, probably we're listening on 8080. So let's try to generate domain. So you see, we have created our domain. Let's see if it works. Yeah. So now our website is publicly online. You can check it on your PC. So Hello World Web App Production App Railway App. So if you can check it, if it works on your PC, it means we have succeeded. So it took a long time to get this result, but I guess it's worth it.